Hi guys, this is David. I'm actually still in stealth mode right now, so I'm actually trying to be a little bit quiet. But one of my subscribers asked me how it was I was able to keep warm when it was like 13 degrees outside. Well, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that right now then, and that way I can show you guys how I was able to do that. One thing for sure was, as you can see there, I've got the Mr. Buddy heater. So what I do is at nighttime, before I go to bed, about 30 minutes to 1 hour before I actually go to bed, I go ahead and turn that on, and that way it knocks off the chill in here pretty good. Uh, Now, as far as the ventilation part, I mean, yeah, you are supposed to normally open up a window as far as when you're using the Mr. Buddy heater to vent out the gas and stuff from it, the propane. Um, but actually, my as I've talked about before in past videos, my van has so many holes in it that I don't have to open up any windows. It's like the fact, it's like I've already got one open because of how many holes it has. You can actually see right there that it's pretty open already. You can see right there that's a hole that is pretty much it goes right down, and you've got the same as far as under there as well too over on that side. So there's several holes in my van that's like that. So as far as the ventilation part, that's already taken care of from all the holes I've got. But anyways, so yeah, I turn that on to knock off the chill for about 30 minutes to an hour before I go to bed. And that way too, instead of leaving it on all night and just knocking off the chill like that, I'm able to use it for multiple nights, like 3, 4 nights in a row. Because if you leave it on all night long, it'll last about 3 to 4 hours, especially if you have it on low. But if you just knock off the chill for about 30 minutes to 1 hour, then you're able to use it for several nights. And that way it's like lasting longer by doing it that way. Another thing I do is, as far as my routine as well too, is I go ahead and put my stuff over here on this shelf, as far as my keys and my wallet and stuff like that, out of my pockets, out of my pants. Because as far as my pants, I go ahead and keep that on. The reason why I keep my pants on is because that way, if for some reason I need to get up real quick in the middle of the night and just get the van going and get out and just roll out for whatever reason, then I'm able to do that. Because actually, that did happen before one time in the past when I was parked on the side street and somebody was doing some drive-by shootings on the main street that was right next to the side street. And I was trying to wait for them to calm down and just stop their shootings and stuff, and then hopefully be able to go back to sleep. But then the cops started coming too, so to make sure I was not going to be a part of any of that type of mix, I went ahead and got up real quick and got my shoes on and left out. But back to what I was talking about as far as the cold temperatures. This right here, as you can see, is my sleeping bag. This is my extreme cold sleeping bag. It's a Army issue, and it's down filled, so it's got the down feathers in there. And this thing is great. I mean, this thing works like magic because you can zip yourself up in it, and it's like a mummy style bag. And I zip myself all the way up on average to about the waist area. And then what I do too on top of that is I go ahead and put this bag on top of me as well. So I'm pretty much buried in there is what it is. And I just have this area, or depending on which side I'm actually on, as far as what side I'm laying on, open just a little bit so I can get some air to come in and stuff. The sleeping bag itself goes down to about 32 degrees, so it's good for some decent cold temperatures and stuff. But um, this right here is what's the lifesaver though. I've got some blankets and stuff underneath this as well, as far as on this board to make sure it's a little bit more comfortable. Plus that way too I can keep from the cold air coming upwards as well too, up underneath me. But the sleeping bag right here is what mostly allows me to do that. Once I'm inside this, and like I said, got this zipped up pretty good, and then got this on top of me, then I am nice and warm and toasty. Even when it gets to be real cold outside, like 13 degrees, nice and warm. And the rest of the van especially after the Mr. Buddy heater cools down, it does get pretty cold in here. But it don't really matter unless I have to get up and use the restroom. I mean, yeah, if I gotta do that, then yeah, that's a pain in the neck because I have to get up in those real cold temperatures like that. But besides that, I mean, as far as actually being inside this though, I'm actually nice and warm and toasty though, even when it gets real cold like that. And as far as uh, not having to get up so much as far as in the middle of the night, what you do is a good trick on that is just go ahead and stop drinking any type of liquids at around 8 o'clock. So that way, when you go to bed around 10 or 11 o'clock at night, then you don't have to worry about getting up so much in the middle of the night. Sometimes I still get up about once a night, but that's about it. I might have to get up on average about one time per night to go pee, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's a matter of when I get up in the morning time, of course, I just got to pee again after that, but at that point, I can go ahead and turn the Mr. Buddy heater on again if I need to knock off the chill again, too. Right now, though, as far as these temperatures we've had recently, as far as this week, it's been it gets down. It's been getting down to about 30 degrees for the past 2 3 days, but 30 or 31 around there, so it's not been too bad anyways. But as far as a night or two, I think it did only get down to like 40, so it wasn't too bad at all anyways. In fact, here pretty soon, I'll be able to go ahead and switch back over to my regular blue sleeping bag that goes down to 32 degrees. And what I could do is just go ahead and put it on top of my extreme cold sleeping bag, and that way it's more cushion that way too. Because these down feathers has got some pretty good cushion to them as well. So it'll be extra cushion that I have. Now don't get me wrong, it's still not as much cushion or as comfortable as a regular bed would be, or maybe not even as much as a futon would be either for that matter, but it's still not too bad though, as far as actually sleeping on. And what else was I going to say? I think that's it pretty much. I mean, that's my pretty much my routine. I also keep my hoodie on too. I've got an Ohio State hoodie, so I keep that on too at night as far as extra warmth. And then if it is real cold too, like the 13 degrees type of thing, then I also go ahead and actually put my hood on. Otherwise, I just try to keep my hood off and just, like I said, cover up with this on top of me as far as a sleeping bag, and then get pretty comfortable as far as my pillow and stuff. And I've got another um, hoodie or sweater or whatever I've used in the past to prop up my pillow to keep that nice and fluffy or propped up pretty good or whatever as far as some good head support. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it as far as how I keep warm and my routine and stuff. So if you guys do have any more questions at all anytime, go ahead and let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks again for watching, and go ahead and subscribe and hit the thumbs up button too. So talk to you guys later.